What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and once again, we're sitting here getting ready to answer your questions because I have
Gersh 1.
And this is For the Greater.
Whoa! This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, comment down below. Put a question in front of your question because we get to those questions first. The intro made it seem as if though you having me is like I am an STD. Maybe I am like Slaneshi or Nergalite.
I'm down with it.
Aren't we all?
Mm-hmm. I'm down with the sickness.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be our next wall.
Yeah, doing the
Mm-hmm.
This question comes from Desert Heat. Which Primarch would most likely be accepted back into the Imperium if they were redeemed? So I'm guessing you mean what Traitor Primarch?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give it up, or I have to choose Magnus the Red. It just seems like Magnus the Red would introduce so many benefits to the Imperium if he was accepted back into the Imperium.
But I mean, we got to think about it this way. The dude literally just almost invaded Terra. He got to the moon. You think he'd be just given a pass? It's like, yeah, you killed a lot of people, and it took the Eldar, the Space Marines, the freaking Custodians, the Sisters of Silence to take you down. But bygones be bygones, even though that was just last week.
Well, yeah, but it's part of the whole like redeeming thing. Like no traitor can be redeemed. But if they would, like if all of a sudden like Magnus lost all of his chaotic boons, then yeah, I think there's more to gain from him coming back than somebody like Perturabo or Fulgrim.
I don't know, because Perturabo seems to know a lot instinctively about machinery.
Yeah, but like that, like you have the Adeptus Mechanicus.
That's true. But he could help the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Yeah, but I mean the Astronomicon, taking the Emperor off of the Golden Throne, so many like pivotal things are with Magnus. Who would you say?
I was thinking of Mortarion, which he just led like a plague and like everything against an
entire war on the Ultima Sigma.
Yep. But his hatred for Psychers could be used for the Imperium's benefit. Like he's already, a piece of like chaos filth. So just send him in like a penitent crusade.
Oh, I see.
To just, die, serving the Imperium by taking out the things you hate the most.
Yeah, that would be actually kind of cool because we see it in Space Marine chapters all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They go into the Eye of Terror, never come back. Or come back as warbands, chaos warbands.
Yeah, right, which is even worse.
Yeah, but he's already, he's redeemed, so it's like being born-again Christian.
Or is it?
It's exactly like that.
Yeah, maybe they get lucky and Mortarion and Magnus take each other out. Mm-hmm. Like on a date is what I mean.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Brotherly love.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
This one's by Defool06. Help! I've been bullied all my life, and I've been hit or kicked in the nuts many, many times. Praise be the Emperor when I heard that Gersh has the ability to absorb his balls into his body.
Yeah.
Please teach me your... Yep. You say that so nonchalant. Please teach me your ways, O wise one, as with this ability I can be saved. And also, once the balls are able to be absorbed into the body, can one still get them out? Or are they forever absorbed and there's no going back?
Yeah, those are really good questions. For all of you guys that don't know, the human body is a wonderland, and all you have to do in order to absorb your balls into your body is Kegel exercises. And what I mean by that is like when you're taking a piss, stop, go again, stop, go again.
Like you're playing red light, green light.
Yeah. Obviously, don't do it with somebody because that's weird. You should just do it by yourself in the bathroom, and make sure to do it when like no one's home. Otherwise, people are gonna hear the stream and they're gonna be like, "Why is it? What's wrong with the stream?
Is he buffering? Like, what's wrong?"
And yeah, so that's how. And once you start getting the hang of that, absorbing your balls into your body will just become natural. And can you lose them? Yeah, of course. But that's a risk you have to take.
Yeah, I know you mentioned this a few episodes back, but a kind of, I wouldn't say sure way, but a way to kind of push them out is to like hold your nose and blow.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the past couple Greater Walls, I keep touching my nose, and that's because, one of them has been missing for a while. Not to be alarmed or anything, because I still have the other one. The other one's a little engorged with all the pee that's been stored in it. But, yeah.
Yep. I mean, I think I had that same issue, but I mean, even though I can't find the two down there are still pretty okay.
Yeah, and just to connect this to like the 40K universe, because a lot of you guys are watching this and they're like, "What the fuck did I just click on?" In the Imperium, there are two factions. There are the Puritans, and then there are the Radicals. And the Puritans believe in kind of like maintaining the Imperium the way that the Emperor left it, and then the Radicals obviously want to bring about some type of change.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the Radicals go more towards like the chaotic, like doing things that you're not supposed to. Absorbing your balls into your body is a radical move, and sometimes you need radical minds with radical ways of thinking in order to protect your balls and your biology.
Look at Belisarius' call. Because his balls are in his body, he was able to create the Primaris Marines.
Exactly, and that's 10,000 years of not seeing his balls because they were inside of his body, but the outcome was what was it?
Primaris.
But what was it called? The Indomitus Project or something like that?
Yeah.
Or what was it? Something founding. The Ultima Founding.
Ultima, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Kegel exercises, and if they go away for a while, don't worry. You're just going to probably do something amazing.
Maybe create a whole new generation of Space Marines.
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
It took longer than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
This one is by MagicEye. So this is a two-part question. If Be'lakor was to follow a chaos god, which one would it be and why? I really think it'd be Tzeentch, because if you see his nefarious ways, he would go to a primitive planet, either take control of the ruling faction or just appear as like a god. They would praise him, create statues, honor him. He'd do something to, either empower himself, and then he'd move on to the next. And he's always scheming, and he's just trying ways to just kind of, change the planet for his own benefit.
That's one of the most badass pieces of lore, and it's really like inspirational whenever you, because I completely forgot until now that you mentioned it. But yeah, he did spread like his entire belief, and when humanity was going out into the galaxy and colonizing, they just kept seeing like these statues and all this like iconography pop up of Be'lakor. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. You'd have a whole bunch of like there's a Adeptus Mechanicus dude who his whole life has been devoted to find out who this creature is.
Yeah. Little does he know, it's not a creature. Yeah. It's a god. Well, not really, but
might as well be. I mean, shoot. But yeah, I did a grimdark battle between Belisarius' Call and Be'lakor, if you guys want to check it out, to see who would win. Second part of his question. If Be'lakor was to be a chaos god himself, what would his dominion be? For example, Nurgle disease, Khorne war, etc.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have anything that really stands out.
Because he's a greater demon of
everything.
Everything, yeah, undivided.
He's just like a bad guy. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's like the greater demon of bad guys, of Chads.
You've got guys who wear sunglasses indoors.
Oh, those are the worst.
Trench coats.
I don't even wear sunglasses when I'm in front of the sun, which is all the time.
That's badass.
Yeah.
It's like vitamin D, do your worst.
I just squint really hard. This question comes from CJ Blanchett. Have you ever thought about using a boom mic for your segments? We used to have that. We had a Rode Video Mic Pro, or yeah, I think it's like a Rode mic. It was a boom mic, but it broke. So
yeah, boom mics tend to go boom, 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 boom.
Yep, and then we bought this for the podcast, which we do on the Dungeon Hammer YouTube channel. Check it out if you guys haven't yet. So we'll just keep it for now.
Yeah, it is a Dungeons and Dragons channel, if you guys were a little confused by that vagueness.
Oh, was I very vague? Yeah.
Very vague. Vague. That's an interesting word, vague.
Vague.
Vagabond.
I think that's vagabond.
Oh. I'm being vague.
Next question.
This one's by David T. So some chapters are rumored to be descended from loyalist space marines, like the Blood Ravens. We did this one before. So he's saying, we already did this.
Basically, can you have a the gene seed one, right?
Right. Can you have a gene seed from a Traitor Legion?
Yes.
Yeah.
And did Belisarius Call work on that? Yes.
Yes. Do you think that might be the start for a second civil war? Potentially.
Yeah.
Because Gilliman told him no, and Call said, I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because my balls are in my body. And you don't have any.
Exactly, because he's a space marine. This question comes from Benjamin Manning. Which faction within the Imperium is the most powerful / influential? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I want to say the Novice Nobilite. It's a faction that you don't really hear about too much, but when you actually start understanding the way that the Imperium works, the Imperium can't function without the Novice Nobilite. They're basically the ones that are in charge of astropaths, navigators, transportation, all that kind of stuff.
Because they do long distance messaging, travel. Yeah.
Yeah. They're basically the AT&T of 40K.
But there's no other like sprint or anything like that.
Right. So they're probably just as bad too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was gonna say the Ecclesiarchy, but no, yeah, you got a point. You got a point.
Because the Novice Nobilite, one of them is part of the Ecclesiarchy, so it's like they have tendrils everywhere. They're worse than the Tyranids.
Yeah.
Next question.
This one's by Tin Man 40,000. Are the Imperium still trying to save the Emperor? If so, how? And which organization is tasked to do it?
We talked about this a little bit when I was mentioning the ball thing. The Puritans and the radicals, the radical inquisitors, there still is a faction out there that's trying to resurrect the Emperor. Yes.
They're going out trying to find ways to bring him back. But yeah, for the most part, I guess you could say the Custodes, the Sisters of Silence, they're protecting him for his eventual resurrection.
Hopefully, right?
Yeah. I mean, they believe it's going to happen, or else why even bother?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, that's true. Next question comes from Victoria von Stein. Could Isha be able to create the Emperor's? Could Isha be able to create the Emperor a new body since she is some kind of gen expert? Probably not. I think Isha is either an old one, which in that case, I mean, she's just a powerful psyker, so she could just educate people, specifically like really powerful psychers, to sacrifice themselves and create another emperor, which is different than like creating the emperor a new body. Or she's just a manifestation of the Eldar's psychicness, I guess, and her powers are limited to her what is it called, like emotion that empowers her.
Yeah, because she is the goddess of like fertility, rebirth.
Yeah, so if anything, it's not a new body, but just resurrection. Even though he's not really dead.
That's true. Because he's got to be dead to be resurrected.
Right. Next question.
This one is by the Moose Pad. It's an interesting name. If the worship of the god Emperor created a god of order, then would his personality be the same as it was when he was flesh and blood? Or would it change to reflect the thoughts and ideas of the untold trillions of humans who created him in the first place?
Based on Slaanesh being born from the Eldar, it's not like she holds like a collective Eldar mindset. So I'll probably say that whatever god of order or god of hope or good is definitely going to have its own mind, not the Emperor's mind.
Yeah.
Or the mind of all the other ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess once you transcend from mortality to a god, you see things in a different light.
Kind of like the blue guy from Watchmen.
Oh, yeah. Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah. After a while, he was like, you know what? I'll cover up my penis.
But first, I just want to let you guys know. I got it like that.
Next question.
Zen5127. With how the Imperium views the Emperor currently, do you think he's going to become a god or a chaos god himself? Or maybe will he act as an avatar or something along those lines?
Both.
All of them. But yeah, the way the Imperium views him, it seems that he's going to become a god. They're praising him like a god. They're praying to him. Everything is going towards that manner. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to, do or follow in that line. Maybe when he spoke to the Chaos Gods so long ago, that was part of the bargain. Like, I'm going to do all this for humanity, but eventually I will become a Chaos God. So who knows? Yeah. And I think currently he's kind of like an avatar. He's like a symbol of humanity's hope.
Yeah. Next question comes from Rich Mendelson. How are you guys getting worse at this over time instead of better? Still watch every video. Love you guys.
It's a slow burn, baby.
Yeah. Burnout is a thing. Mm-hmm. Like, we post every single day, and that takes a toll on the human body. Right. As well as, like, we film these all on the same day. Mm-hmm. So this is like the last one that we're going to film. And then even after this, we still got a couple podcasts to do. Yeah. So it's just draining. Yeah. Like, there's only so much speed you could take before it, like, goes away.
Yeah, if you notice, like, where the greater walls that come out, like, in the beginning of the week, they're more lively, more into it. And then these were like that, Say No to Drugs commercial where you're all deflated on the couch.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. See, I almost said clouch.
Clouch, yeah. We're slurring our words. That's how we get worse at things. Yeah. Also, it's summer.
Yeah, that's true.
The summer, because, like, in the summer, you usually tend to do things, and then it keeps you up later, and then you don't have time to do this, and you know how it goes.
Life
happens. Degeneration of the human mind. Once you hit 25, that's when you're like, oh, damn, I'm going to die someday. Next question.
This one's by Defool06. What is the most expensive model you ever bought? How much was it? Was it worth it? And did you ever regret it?
For myself, is it like one single model or just like a... Because I bought box sets for myself that are pretty expensive. Like 100-something.
Yeah, I guess that would count. I guess single 40K purchase.
Yeah, so I think it was like the box set for the Orcs and the Space Wolves. It's like 190-something, I think.
Yeah, I think mine would be a Minotaur Space Marine army that I got on eBay. It was like $500. It was fully painted and everything. It looked cool. But the Minotaurs are just so bland. Like, their lore is pretty awesome. I really like their chapter master. But besides that, they're just the vanilla Marines. They're, like, at the time, I think it was like 7th edition. Like, their chapter tactic wasn't even good. Yeah.
Do they have a chapter tactic now?
Well, I mean, they got, like, doctrines and stuff like that. So Space Marines have more in their kit. Stratagems are a thing now. So they're probably better now, but still not to the point of, like, oh, these guys are actually badass.
And if you still had that army, they were all old Marines. Mm-hmm. So
no Primaris.
No Primaris. That really sucks. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I look at, like, my unfinished Space Marine stuff, and I'm like, damn, that's over.
Yeah, really. As it seems like the Primaris are they're here to stay, and we're not going to get anything for the old Marines.
Never. Next question comes from Tyler Flynn. Did we answer the previous question?
Yeah, right. Yeah. How much was it worth? Yeah, $500.
Oh,
yeah. Do you regret it? The box set?
No. I got some pretty cool stuff out of it. Some of it is still in the sprue, but yeah. Tyler Flynn asks, what is the 5th Chaos God, and how powerful is he than the other 4? So the 5th Chaos God, you might be talking about Malau or Malus, and he was a Chaos God of...
disorder, really. He was a
Chaos
God
renegade
that fought Chaos Gods.
It was just a stupid concept, and GW did away with it. But we're going to get a bunch of people in the comment section saying, you don't ever retcon anything in 40K. They did.
They did. I mean, look at the half human, half Eldar people.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And unless you're also talking about the chaos god of the Emperor that's manifesting because of the worship of the Emperor, then in that case, check out our 40 facts on how the Emperor is becoming a god. That explains it. Right. Also, check out our 40 facts on Magnus. We did a whole video on him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if they introduced like Malal to like Age of Sigmar or something like that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he'd fit more in that aspect.
Yeah, because the Emperor represents the that position of like the anti-chaos.
Mm-hmm. Sigmar is a little bit different.
Right.
Because,
I don't even know their lore that great.
Yeah.
They have the Rat King or whatever.
The Rat King, isn't that the Nutcracker?
It might be. No, the Skaven worship a rat god, right?
Something like that, yeah. Or, because it's out in space, so it's not a rat mouse. Or a mouse king.
It has to be a rat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's the question?
Was he stronger than the other 4 gods?
Yes.
I mean, if he could take on all 4 of the gods, then yeah.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't exist. He got retconned. Comment down below. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.
This is Gersh one.
The Sound Alchemist. Later.
Always used to put my freedom first in any situation.